What are you going through? What is this trouble that's troubling you? He tried to turn the thing around and ask me how I've been. I said I really don't know where to begin. Hey bro, I saw my life come crashing down. I crawled, I walked, I'm flying now. I found my strength on my knees. Don't you worry about me. Don't you worry about me. Hey, I'm serious, man. Don't you worry about me. No, don't you worry about me. A lot of people told me when Daddy passed away, go take some time off, but I got no time to waste. Don't you have a dream too? Some goals you've got to make. You may feel small sometimes, it don't mean you can't be great. Hey bro, I saw my life come crashing down. I crawled, I walked, I'm flying out. I found my strength on my knees. Don't you worry about me. No, don't you worry about me. Don't you worry, worry, worry. Don't you worry about me. Sometimes your life can bring you down. Sometimes you run for miles and miles. Sometimes you scream without hope. Now once you feel you hit the ground, then victory comes back around, and you'll be proud to let them know. Don't worry about me. No, don't you worry about me. Play that goddamn bass, Magnum. Don't you worry about me. No, don't you worry about me. Oh, don't you worry about me. No, please don't you worry, 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 worry. No, don't you worry about me. No, don't you worry about me. Ready? Give us a bit of sexy funk there, yeah.
Welcome to Houston. How is everything?
Everything's good. First of all, thank you for playing our song as the very first radio DJ in America in like November.
And just what a crazy ride in the States it's been since that one little spin. Lukas, was it expected, this rise in the States, or what was the plan?
I guess it sounds quite arrogant to say that since I was a little boy, this is what I wanted to do. I just don't think we had imagined how it would happen and when it happened, that it would be so crazy and fun at the same time.
Right.
I think it was the whole, like, music was sounding so nice. Like, even like all the male singers were like dumbing themselves down and be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Hey, please love me." And you have all the Beyoncés of the world going, "Who run the world?" And we basically just said, no. We as men can be men. We don't have to be weak men to be strong men. Like, you don't have to be, You don't have to cry all the time. You don't have to beg your girlfriend to come back to you. You can be a real man and still be soft and be hard and be like all these different things. I think our live show just talked to so many different people in the way that we just did it. Music was the primary movement force.
Better than yourself.
Better than yourself.
I'd like to know the inception of that one.
So a friend of mine that I got to know when I was about 14, 15, when I was touring with the guys in Denmark, 2012, my friend got riddled with bullets in his car. And when he got picked up by the ambulance, they found, like the police found a gun in his car as well. He wasn't a nice guy. To me, he was, maybe not to everyone.
He was just driving along and...
No, he was a one-man army. He was like a crook, criminal, whatever you call them.
Yeah.
And so he got surgery, all the bullets removed, he survived, and then he got sent to jail. But because he had all these bullets, they put him in an open facility before moving him to a more secure place. And he actually bust out of jail and fled the country. So I Skype with him sometimes. He's still on the run.
Come on.
No, he's going to come back and do his sentence soon, I think, because he wants to come back to Denmark.
But he's a cool guy.
He's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
And
Other than the gun, the bullets, and the escaping jail.
Well, I'm not one to judge. Definitely not one to judge.
I got the letter back saying I can come and see you. I really don't have time, but promised that I'd come and see you. You're sitting far away, but do you know I sometimes need you? I know that you deserve the time you got of all the people. I know you never bent, even in the strongest wind. I really wish to every God that you were innocent. I'm happy and I'm proud that I can still call you my friend. I hope you read the letters and the magazines I send. You got your head up, but I don't have my hopes high. See, I know you're a good man, and it brings a tear to my eye, and I'm like, oh, I hope you know you're not alone in that hell, and there ain't no one can change it, no one can do it better but yourself. I was 16 and we used to roll together. You told me back then that I was meant for something better. You know in our life nothing's gonna change but the weather. It seems it's been forever since we really stuck together. I'm living a crazy life, I wish that you could see it too. See 1,000 people sing my song from me to you. Every time I sing it, you know I'm bleeding too. Man, I accept you as you are, no, I don't need the truth. You got your head up, but I ain't got my hopes high. See, I know you're a good man, and it brings a tear to my eye, and I'm like, oh, I hope you know you're not alone in that hell, and there ain't no one can change it, no one can do it better but yourself. I reminisce to back then when it was you and I, smoking big fat blunts, driving movie nights. They tried to get you down, but you refused to die. They tried to give you angel wings, but you refused to fly. You'd rather stay in hell and take your time in jail. They're only punishing our soul that you will never sell. We both know that we owe nothing to each other, but can you blame me for loving and missing my brother? Oh, I hope you know you're not alone in that hell, and there ain't
I want to talk about the town that you guys are from, because I can say Copenhagen, Denmark, but specifically Lukas, what is the town?
Well, I grew up in Christiania. The guys grew up in regular Copenhagen.
Okay.
Christiania is a special place.
Within Copenhagen.
Within the center of Copenhagen. It's an army base that got abandoned in the 1970s, and in 1971 it got squatted by hippies, vagrants, drug dealers, criminals. Like, it basically just got swamped because of unemployment rates and like housing issues in the greater Copenhagen area. And because the government couldn't clear the area of all these squatters, it's such a massive area, they decided to call it a social experiment. So that makes the area quite special.
But I still think that's a place where your parents will tell you not to go.
Oh,
I mean, my parents told me not go to Christiania because...
And what did you find out when you went there?
It was a beautiful place. Yeah.
And how big a place is Christiania? Are there tons of stoplights? Are there a million people?
No, there are no cars, no street lights.
Really?
No cars, no street lights, no police force.
But it's like one big park where people actually live in it. So you're like 800 people out there.
Yeah, 800 people live there.
And they have a jazz club, they have kindergartens, they have
a
cafes.
Organic grocery market. We've got a concert hall that seats more than 1,500 people. We have an outdoor venue for 5,000 people.
The people build their own houses.
What did your parents do and what was your place like?
So my father had a master's degree in history and politics.
Wow.
But as a kid growing up, he was restoring antique furniture. And just before he passed, he was working with booking music and on a recycling station in the neighborhood. My mom is a school teacher for special needs kids with learning disabilities. As a kid, I shared a bedroom with my oldest sister, and my parents shared the bedroom with my youngest sister. Like, that was like 2 bedrooms upstairs, and downstairs was basically the kitchen and the dining room. And I remember not having a bathroom and a toilet. We had to walk down to a hallway where we shared a toilet, and you'd have to walk a mile to get a shower.
Wow.
In like a public bathhouse.
Wow.
So I remember when my dad dug the sewer and put in a toilet in our house, and like made the shower work, and like it was like, wow, we can have showers. We used to, in the summer, we just do bathtubs out in the lawn in front of the house.
Wow. All right, now let's talk about the song Drunk in the Morning. The inception of that song, Lukas, the coming together of that song is what?
One of our producer's birthday, Sebastian's birthday. Mark started with a drum loop.
Yeah. It was actually recorded a few days before that.
Yeah,
and I remember
and then you put the bass line down after the drum loop.
Exactly, and then you guys had a party in the studio.
And then Stefano came to Basement Bar. Our manager has this bar in Copenhagen where we used to drink for free before we had any money to drink anywhere. Yeah. And Stefano comes in, he's like, Lukas, I've got this amazing beat, and we're hammered, right? Like, I am sauced. Yeah. And I'm hearing this beat, and I'm like, we gotta go now! And like, we went 15 guys to the studio, and I'm listening to this beat, and I'm like, okay, so we're gonna write a song about how there's not a single female in the room. Like, so we wrote the Booty Call song, basically about being drunk in the morning and not having female company, which can be very dreary, I must say.
So this is a song about getting truly drunk. And you know, the booty call situation, 3 o'clock in the morning, right? Anybody called someone at 3 o'clock in the morning they shouldn't have called? I know I did. Girl, I got one question. Are you still awake? Awake enough for me to see you, see you? Please just listen. Yes, I know I'm late, but better late than never. I know it's 5 in the morning, sure who I'm calling. You haven't heard from me in some time. Girl, I hope you want it, when you hear me talking. You know I've been out, and is it okay I stop by? When I'm drunk in the morning, I'm calling you. You might be lonely. When I'm drunk in the morning, I'm calling you. You might be lonely. A quick cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Emma, I did, and Sophie, I kissed, baby. Sever, I had in my hand, but I'm calling you. but not before it's past 2 o'clock. Cause I'm ballin' with my boys, my boys, my boys. I know it's 5 in the morning, sure hope I'm calling. You haven't heard from me in some time. Girl, I hope you want me when you hear me talking. You know I've been out, and is it okay I stop by? When I'm drunk in the morning, I'm calling you. You might be lonely, lonely. When I'm drunk in the morning, I'm calling you. You might be lonely, lonely. I know you're glad I called. Now you can have it all. When we're together, you'll know how it should be. When you're drunk, maybe we should go and spend some time alone. Baby, you're so beautiful. When I'm drunk, when I'm drunk, yeah. When I'm drunk in the morning, I'm calling you. You might be lonely, lonely. When I'm drunk in the morning, I'm calling you. You might be lonely, calling you. When I'm drunk in the morning, I'm calling you. You might be lonely, calling you. When I'm drunk in the morning, I'm calling you. You might be lonely, lonely.
Mark, how did you meet Lukas?
Well, we went to the same high school together. Actually, we all went to the same high school. And we started a band like 10 years ago.
11 years ago
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
Playing
It was
folk music.
Irish folk music, yeah.
This was like a special music school
Yeah.
for kids who didn't know how to like do the math and all this stuff. No, it was like a real,
Special
a normal
needs
school
children.
but with extra music in it.
Yeah.
They have like this Copenhagen's boys choir where Lukas actually started out as a singer.
And the boys' choir, that's when you were 8 or 9 years old? That was way before high school,
From
right?
8 till 13, round about there.
Okay, and what led you to join this boys' choir at that age?
I just applied for the school. My parents noticed that I liked singing. So one of my preschool teachers, like first, second grade, they were like, hey, maybe we should send Lukas to this special school for, and you go and you sing, and they say, oh, they look down your throat, check if your tonsils are benign, and then they take you, yeah. I think it's 11 girls and 17 boys in each grade in the primary school.
And you said that you liked singing, and your parents noticed you liked singing. I like singing, but I can't sing. Who said you were a good singer?
Well, okay, I liked singing, and I was bloody brilliant at it.
Okay.
From birth, basically. My mom said in kindergarten, and even before kindergarten, I would sing with the perfect pitch, so I'd be able to sing songs that normal kids wouldn't sing. And they just noticed that quite early, and they didn't like stop me. You know, a lot of parents, they get annoyed with their children if they're singing all around the house. My parents were like, great, at least he's doing something that's not destroying things now.
I can see it in your eyes as I'm stumbling home. You're living with a man that you no longer know. You forgot to smile as I passed you by. Now we're sitting down for dinner, we got nothing to say. It's like I'm watching you slowly slipping away from me. From me. Remember when I used to make you laugh, and every joke was better than the last. Tell me how to bring you back to this. Maybe I just need to reminisce and work it out. What happened to perfect? What happened to us? We used to be worth it. We never gave up. It wasn't on purpose, but hurts like it was. Nobody What happened to perfect? If you left me, baby, where would you go? I can't imagine you ever being alone. I'm a jealous man, but I'll try to understand. So many things to say, I don't know where to start. I can't pick up the pieces of a crumbling heart. So true, so true. But remember when I used to make you laugh, and every joke was better than the last. Tell me how to bring you back to this, and maybe I just need to reminisce and work it out. What happened to perfect? What happened to us? We used to be worth it. We never gave up. It wasn't on purpose, but hurts like it was. Nobody deserves this. What happened to perfect? What happened to perfect? What's under the surface? It used to be love. Would you call if you heard this? Would you know it was us? It wasn't on purpose, but hurts like it was. Nobody deserves this. What happened to perfect? Nobody deserves this. I can see it in your eyes as I'm stumbling home. You're living with a man that you no longer know. You forgot to smile.
Lucas, did you have a lot of songs done before you guys got together? I know at one point you went to Buenos Aires, right?
Yeah.
And was that just so you wanted to write music, you wanted to go parasailing? Why did you go there, and were the guys with you?
I went on my own to Argentina to get away from what happens in marginalized communities. I was probably not being the best kid on the block, and I just left with some money I'd saved up from doing theater plays, and I just started writing songs. And 5 months later, I had 350 songs written.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And did you have a guitar with you out there?
I don't
What
play
did you have?
music. I
So
don't
you
play
just
any
went there, you just had a pad, you had your pen, you had your thoughts cleared, and you wrote all the songs.
And you went to the studios.
Yeah.
I remember you actually sent me some of those demos.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty fun.
They were fun.
Yeah.
Now, I visited 3 brothers that grew up in Denmark, but they're from Argentina. They grew up in Denmark because of the military dictatorship in Argentina in the 70s and the 80s. So I had a place to stay, and I just enjoyed the city. It's a wonderful place. If you haven't gone, you should go.
If I need to write 350 songs, I know exactly where I'm going to go. What was the path that took you from those songs to getting a record deal to the crazy amount of success you had in Copenhagen and places outside of the U.S.?
Early 2010, we start talking about musicians, and Mark gets called up, Magnus gets called up, but the problem is we didn't have a piano player yet. So we actually got a guy that he dropped out of the band right before it skyrocketed.
Yeah.
He must be looking at the charts sometimes thinking, why did I drop out of that band? He wanted to make money. And what we had to tell him was, I'm sorry, bro, but like we've got $50 after this last show. I think we might just spend these $50 at the bar with all our friends who paid to get in at our show. So we usually, like, all our friends would pay like, I don't know, what, $2 or $3 to get in, and then we'd kind of pay the place, like for electricity and whatever, and then we'd go and buy drinks for everyone at the bar afterwards.
Yeah, and then had a party, yeah.
And then had a party.
So basically, I need to hang out with you guys if I want free drinks. You do a show, Hey, Striker.
We don't do that anymore.
Oh, don't do
No,
that?
it was just like for us it was still the hobby, and it still is. It's called playing music, not working music. But to us it was so amazing that our friends came and saw our show, not once, not twice, 5, 6 times in a row. And they were like, this is so good. Have you recorded these songs? And I don't think we really knew how good it was.
No, but it was
just fun
also
to
just
play.
like a social gathering where all of our friends would come together. I would always be looking very much forward to it, and the after party afterwards. And
Monday,
it was just
Tuesday
like,
party, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We drank a lot.
I've always dreamt to travel. Why should we die where we were born? Some roads are laid with gravel. Sometimes you gotta build your own. I wanna tear down boundaries. I wanna greet my enemies. I wanna see what I haven't seen, 'cause I know there's more. I'll take the world by storm. How you feeling on this side? You feeling good? How you feeling over here this side? I'll take the world by storm. How about the middle section? You doing good? And all the way in the back, you feeling it? Yeah, they got it going on today. I don't have any answers. The more I know, the more I do. I don't know where I'm going, but I'ma search 'cause I see I wanna tear down boundaries. I wanna greet my enemies. I wanna see what I haven't seen, 'cause I know there's more. I take the world by storm. Mr. America, feeling it? I take the world by storm. The stage is too small, I can't run enough. There's got to be more than this. I gotta figure out how to jump the wall. I wanna live and learn. Don't matter if I land or if I fall. I know on my return, at least I know I'll be walking tall. I'm not afraid, 'cause I take the world by storm. I'll take the world by storm. You ready, fellas? Make a bit of noise for my boys, ladies and gentlemen. I'll take the world by
When did you think, I mean, it just sounds like you were, whether one person came to the show or you had a room full of people, you were going to do it. And nothing was going to stop you. You were going to keep going. But
still
when
the
did
way.
you feel like, wow, things are going pretty well. This is going to go next level. Did you hear a song on the radio? Was it
That was the concert on Loppen, right?
We started rehearsing September 2010. First real show, 4th of May 2011. And then in October 2011, we played a show in Loppen.
Well, you almost have to mention that before that, we were sitting in your parents' kitchen, and one day we decided to do like a just homemade video. We just gotten 500 likes on our Facebook page, so we thought we would make a video for those 500 peoples. So we recorded this video where we actually say, and it's still on YouTube, where we say, thank you for 500 likes. And we put it out there, and everything just exploded from there. Yeah.
And then we said, if we get 2,000 likes, we'll make another one. And we got 2,000 likes like that. And then we did
Drunk in the Morning.
Yeah. And then everything just skyrocketed.
It exploded, totally.
So like
when we did that show in Loppen, like a month after the
And where is that exactly?
That's still in
Christiania.
Christiania, in the neighborhood.
Yeah. A bigger venue.
Bigger venue
It's just
than
400
Jazz.
people rather than 120. Like more than 1,000 people queued up to get into the show.
Wow.
So we were looking out through the backstage window going, holy,
What?
this is
What's
crazy.
happening? Yeah.
And how many likes do you have now, by the way?
I don't know.
307,000, I think.
I deleted my personal Facebook page.
And
It's
then
more than 300,000, I know.
more than 300,000. So when you get to 400,000, another video if you could.
Probably.
We just released our album, so that must be the gift.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Today.
I met this girl, I think she likes me. I must admit, I like her too. She said she'd be working tonight, I said cool, I'll drop by. She looked at me, smiled and said, that's great, baby. When I showed up, I was confused. Double tempo clouds, ladies and gentlemen. I said, hey, where's that girl I talked to yesterday? Now I said, hey, where is Destiny? Is that her name? I can't believe she would leave without me. Destiny, how come you don't strip no more? Ooh. How come you don't strip no more? We're playing out the sun, come on, son. I met your friends, I think they like me. Oh, but they don't do it like you do. They told me you were graduated, why didn't you say it? That's so cool. I'm just so proud you made it through. You ready, ladies and gentlemen, once again? I said, hey, where's that girl I talked to yesterday? No, I said, hey, where is Destiny? Is that her name? I can't believe she would leave without me. Destiny, how come you don't strip no more? Ooh. How come you don't strip no more? It went a little something like this. I was at level 3, BYOB, and Destiny sat next to me. She asked me if I liked her dance. I told her I'm your biggest fan. Then she took me by the hand and turned this boy into a man. Inside the private room, I hope you understand, I was like, woo-hoo, woo-hoo. She made me go, wee-hee, wee-hee. She made me go, woo-hoo, woo-hoo. She made me go, wee-hee, wee-hee. She made me go, yeah, yeah. She made me go, yeah. Now I'm not mad that you don't want me, I'm just stuck here wondering. I wanna know, how come you don't strip no more?
trust a lot of people. That's also a thing from growing up in a marginalized neighborhood. The people I trust are the people I trust, and to earn my trust, you have to be...
And because of the neighborhood, you don't trust people outside of that inner circle? Explain that a little.
Well, when you grow up in a neighborhood where you're on your way home from school and the police basically stop you, frisk you, empty out your school bag just to fuck with you. And they're kicking your books around and fucking kicking your books. Yeah, why are you going in there? And you're like, I'm going home. You're 10 years old at this point, right? That's the first time I experienced a violent assault from a police officer. 10.
Wow.
I had to gather up, like I'm literally crawling around fucking big ass police officers. I'm picking up my books and my lunchbox. So you end up, like you've been told all your life the police are the good guys. Even in my neighborhood, we actually believe that the police did something good until you get treated like that. And that's just the way it is. I don't know what I like, but I like what I know. And if something is different, we're going to ostracize it rather than embrace it. But the matter of fact is that we can only, it's only by our differences that we're people. If everyone was perfect, it wouldn't be fun, would it?
No, I don't think it would. So the police are bullying you. There's a song called Mama Said.
Yeah.
The inception of that song, were you bullied?
Yeah, I think I'd go to school and I'd think my shirt was really, really cool. It would be like a third generation shirt. I knew Thomas and Benjamin had them before me, and Thomas and Benjamin, they were some cool cats. So I would carry the power of Thomas and Benjamin in the shirt with me until I came to school and everyone was looking at you like you're weird. Because we didn't have money for clothes. I grew up wearing secondhand clothes. And like,
but you liked those clothes.
I loved them.
Right.
But when you're just a kid and you're standing in front of 30 other people, like you have to fight to get this sort of confidence that I have now. I don't care.
Mama said that it was okay. Mama said that it was quite alright. My kind of people had to beg for the night, and it was okay. Mama told us we were good kids, and Daddy told us never listen to the ones pointing nasty fingers and making fun, 'cause we were good kids. Remember asking both my mom and dad why we never traveled to exotic lands. We only ever really visit friends, nothing to tell when the summer ends. We never really went buying clothes, folks were passing on the stuff in plenty loads. New shoes once a year and then out to play ball so we could ruin them. When Mama said that it was okay, Mama said that it was quite alright. Our kind of people had to beg for the night, and it was okay. Mama told us we were good kids, and Daddy told us never listen to the ones pointing nasty fingers and making fun, 'cause we were good kids. Don't get me wrong, I didn't have it bad. I got enough loving from my mom and dad, but I don't think they really understood when I said that I wanted a deal in Hollywood. I told them I'd be singing on TV. The other kids were calling me a wannabe. The older kids, they started bugging me. Hey, but now you're all standing right in front of me. When Mama said that it was okay, Mama said that it was quite alright. Our kind of people had to beg for the night, and it was okay. Our Mama told us we were good kids, and Daddy told us never listen to the ones pointing nasty fingers and making fun, 'cause we were good kids. I know which place I'm from, I know my home. When I'm in doubt and struggling, that's where I go. An old friend can give advice, when old friends only know a half story. That's why I always keep them tight, and why I'm okay. I said I'm okay. You know my mama said, you know what she told me? My mama said that it was okay. Mama said that it was quite alright. Our kind of people had to beg for the night, and it was okay. My mama told us we were good kids, and Daddy told us never listen to the ones pointing nasty fingers and making fun, 'cause we were good kids. My mama said that it was ba-ba-da, ba-ba-da, ba-ba, ba-ba-da, ba-ba. ba-ba-da-ba-ba, Mama said that it was ba-ba-da, ba-ba-da-ba-ba, ba-ba-da, ba-ba-da-ba-ba, ba-ba-da. You ready for this one, ladies and gentlemen? My mama said that it was okay. Mama said that it was quite alright. Our kind of people had to bed for the night, and it was okay. My mama told us we were good kids, and Daddy told us that we'll listen to the ones with the nasty fingers and make it fun, 'cause we were good kids.
Let's just start from the beginning of 7 Years, which is the song here in the States, which has really put you on the map. Are the people in the U.S. who knew you before? Yes, of course. But 7 years, it's like, it has just taken off completely. Tell me about that song.
So that song it's actually a weird telling, because we were in the studio, Mark was in the studio as well. There was a bunch of different people. We were supposed to write songs for our friend Patrick Dorgan.
Yeah.
And nobody was really very engaged, especially Patrick. I'm sorry, Patrick, if you're watching this. So I just left one of the rooms and I went and laid on the couch. I was like, fuck this. I'm not going to waste my time on people who don't want to work. So I went and laid down on the couch and Rizzy, our main producer, comes out and starts playing the piano, just looking at me. And I just got up and I was like, once I was 7 years old, my mama told me. And then he's like, yeah, that works. Come on, Lucas.
Keep going.
You got something? And then Mark comes out and he's like, oh, this is good. Start like tapping the table. And suddenly like everyone in the whole studio is there. We've got like 4 different production rooms. Everyone's in the kitchen suddenly. We're drinking wine and smoking weed out the window. And I'm just writing and writing and writing. And me, Stefano, and Rizzy are like in our own little world. And everyone around us just kind of hyping us, I guess. And yeah, 3.5 hours later, we had this fucking long song that had to be cut down. It was
One story that I like to tell on the radio, which changes a lot of people's perception, is why you stopped at 60 years old
Yeah.
when you're talking about the ages. Can you talk about that, please, Lucas?
Well, my father passed away at the age of 61, 3.5 years ago. So at the time of writing the song, he'd been dead for 1.5 years only. And when I started writing the song, the first half is truth, I guess. The first half is my life, and the second half is fiction. And in the middle of that, you're like, okay, so who do I want to be? Because we were having the discussion in the studio. I'm like, well, do we go past 30? Because I was only 25 or 26 at the time I wrote it. So do you keep going? And everyone's like, yeah, keep going. It's like a football match, you know? Go, he's gonna make it, And I kept writing, who do I want to be? Oh, and I was like, my father died, and I want to be a dad, and yeah, I couldn't really go past 60. I might be able to now if I tried, but I just couldn't see myself as being more than 60 at that point, because my gender role model basically passed away.
Once I was 7 years old, my mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old. It was a big, big world, but we thought we were bigger. Pushing each other to the limits, we were learning quicker. By 11, smoking herb and drinking burning liquor. Never rich, so we were out to make that steady figure. Once I was 11 years old, my daddy told me, go get yourself a wife or you'll be lonely. Once I was 11 years old. I always had that dream like my daddy before me. So I started writing songs, I started writing stories. Something about this glory just always seemed to bore me. Cause only those I really love will ever really know me. Once I was 20 years old, my story got told. Before the morning sun when life was lonely. Once I was 20 years old. only see my goals. I don't believe in failure, cause I know the smallest voices, they can make it major. I got my boys with me, at least those in favor. And if we don't meet before I leave, I hope I'll see you later. Once I was 20 years old, my story got told. Before the morning sun, when life was lonely. Once I was 20 years old. Soon we'll be 30 years old. Our songs have been sold. We've traveled around the world and we're still roaming. Soon we'll be 30 years old. I'm still learning about life. My woman brought children for me, so I can sing them all my songs and I can tell them stories. Most of my boys are with me, some are still out seeking glory. Some I had to leave behind, my brother, I'm still soundly. Soon I'll be 60 years old. My daddy got 61. Remember life and then your life becomes a better one. I made a man so happy when I wrote a letter once. I hope my children come and visit once or twice a month. Soon I'll be 60 years old. Will I think the world is cold, or will I have a lot of children who can hold me? Soon I'll be 60 years old. Come on, fellas, bring it up. Soon I'll be 60 years old. Will I think the world is cold, or will I have a lot of children who can hold me? Soon I'll be 60 years old. Once I was 7 years old, my mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old. Once I was 7 years old.
What about the song Happy Home? Another cool song. The lyrics, the music, all of it. How did that one come together? Lucas, and guys, you can jump in if you want as well.
Yeah.
Whenever you're asking me about the songs, it's usually it's me writing the lyrics.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna take this one.
But I can say one thing. It's you wrote it with Rasmus Hedegaard, the same guy who
That
you wrote
Better
with
Than
Better.
Now to you, Lucas.
Now over to you.
The first verse was a poem that I wasn't planning on releasing, on doing anything with, just contemplating where we were career-wise back home in Europe. We were blowing up and my daddy died and everything, so I heard Rasmus play this beat for me with just the synth go like bum 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 bum, and I started reciting the lyrics of this poem, and a melody kind of came out, and Rasmus is sitting there like. And it has to be said, Rasmus's mother died when he was 13. So we suddenly had, we were good friends before that, but when I read that poem, we were like best friends instantly, and we still are. And then I just started writing, and I think everyone in the studio left. In the end, it was just me and Rasmus. And yeah, we just kept writing and kind of trying to figure out how can you tell the story in earnest? I literally don't remember writing it because I was so hammered. Like the last verse of the song, it just was there on the paper and it was recorded, and I'm like, Rasmus called me, was like, oh, we did some magic yesterday, and I'm like, were we even in the studio yesterday? So sometimes these magical things come out of nowhere. You're just sitting there, you're having a few drinks, you're just talking. And the conversation, because it was just the two of us, just kept revolving about her dead parents. What are you irritated about not being able to show them? And what in life would you like to know? And yeah, in the end, it was done.
And the fun thing about this song is that actually the same structure like in 7 years. There's no really chorus in it.
There's no hook, yeah.
No.
It's not a hook-driven
The
song.
music is the hook.
The music
Yeah.
is the hook.
Mama called about the paper, turns out they wrote about me. Now my broken heart's the only thing that's broke about me. So many people should have seen what we got going on. I only wanna put my heart and my life in songs, writing about the pain I felt with my daddy gone, about the emptiness I felt when I sat alone, about the happiness I feel when I sing it loud. He should have heard the noise we make with this happy crowd. Did my granddaddy know he taught me what a poem was? How you can use a sentence or just a simple pause. What will I say when my kids ask me who my daddy was? I thought about it for a while and I'm at a loss, knowing that I'm gonna live my whole life without him. I found out a lot of things I never knew about him. All I know is that I'll never really be alone, 'cause we got a lot of love and a happy home. Magazines are writing stuff, but I don't ever read them. Some of the folks I used to know would see and start believing that I would pass them by on streets and never reach to greet them. I still remember folks, even though I rarely meet them. Don't you know I miss the times when we used to hang before 20 deep depended on a single man, before a single heart was broken by a single blow, before all our careers depended on a single show. I grew up with a lot of love in a happy home. Now I got a lot of cash and I'm on a roll. I realize privacy's becoming difficult. It's alright now, but what about when I'm old? I know my good friends, now they'll last. The same ones that stood by me when my daddy passed. All I know is that I'll never really be alone, 'cause we got a lot of love and a happy home. I write a lot of songs, will anybody ever read them? You hear them on the radio, but will you really read them? Why do we have our idols and why do we wanna be them? After we see them on TV, we really wanna meet them. Don't you think they miss the times when they used to hang, before the fan base depended on a single man, before a single heart was broken by a single show? Who's gonna stand, who's gonna fall? I really wanna know. I grew up with a lot of love in a happy home. My daddy used to play me vinyl, but now daddy's gone. I used to practice with my mommy on the piano. I still get nervous every time I know she's at a show. Now my family comes first before everyone. I had the perfect dad, I wanna be the perfect son. Though I really feel sometimes I'm on my own, I know I got a lot of love and a happy home. Did you enjoy our set today, ladies and gentlemen? So when we come back to Houston, you'll come and see